Hey guys, it's Tony. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Apple M1 14-inch MacBook Pro. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background, I needed a new laptop. I had another MacBook. It was not a MacBook Pro, but I had it for a long time. So I had it probably 8-9 years and it was doing great. And it just got to the point where I think it just didn't have enough memory, enough RAM. It ran slow, and I was like, I got to do something else. My wife is a PC person, and I make jokes about her all the time because she's buying a new PC every 2 years, whereas I can go a long time before I have to buy one myself. So I said, well, let me go ahead and jump in. I was looking at the M1 MacBook Pro. It's more than what I need. I use it primarily for administrative type stuff, business, Google Docs. Most of the stuff that I do is all like cloud-based. I do very little in the way of video editing. I mean, I'm now doing this type of stuff, but I mean, it's minor light stuff that I use it for. But I just wanted to give you my thoughts, some reviews on it, just my overall impressions. And there is one thing that I wish that it had, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. It's not a deal breaker, but I think it would make life a lot easier if it did have this one thing. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so what I do want to tell you is what I'm not going to do, what this review is not going to do, is going to the features of the MacBook Pro as well as the operating system. That's something completely different. What I'm going to do is just give you my overall thoughts on build quality, ease of use, and again, some of the features that I like and one of the things that I wish it did have. So overall, when I got this, one thing I noticed right away is just how well built it is. It's thin, it's not too heavy. Again, this is the 14-inch model. I carry it with me just about everywhere I go. I do work out on the road where I have to have access to a computer. So I've got it in a sleeve, and this is the sleeve that I use. And which, by the way, I did a review on this too. And I absolutely love the sleeve, by the way. But let's not get distracted. We're talking about that. So what I like about it is I've got really, really good feedback on the keypad. The mouse is very, very large, very easy to use. I have big hands. It does take, there's one thing about this, and I do like using my mouse with this a lot because of this one thing. If I'm trying to highlight something, because of my hands, it's just hard to hold down this while doing that, okay, trying to highlight something large. So I end up having to use 2 fingers in order to pull that off, which can be very difficult sometimes. But so that's one thing that I like. There's another thing that I wanted to point out too. But overall, I mean, this is well built. I love it. It has great feedback. The sound quality on the speakers is insane. I mean, it's almost theater-like coming out of a little laptop. So if you're ever watching Netflix or anything like that, you're really going to enjoy that. So the one thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't have a USB. So, I know why. So it has an HDMI, okay, on this side. So, okay, great. So if I'm doing presentations, I need to plug into a projector or something, it's real easy. Or if I want to plug it into like a TV or something like that. But it doesn't have an HDMI. So if I wanted to use like, an external thumb drive or anything like that, any sort of, USB, accessory, like I have a microphone that has a USB kind of receiver on it, I have to use an adapter. So it does come with these USB-C plugs. There's 3 of them. But again, I've got to buy all these different adapters, and they can get pricey, especially if you buy them through Apple. So that's like the one little thing that I wish it did have. But other than that, man, it's an investment. I mean, let me just say that if you're an Apple person, right away, you're going to spend some cash, to get an Apple, but it's going to last you a long time. I have a feeling this laptop is going to last me probably, another 7 or 8 years before I'd have to even think about getting another one. So haven't had any issues with viruses, nothing. I mean, this has been absolutely the best thing I could have done. So All right, well, that's my honest opinion. I'll give you my thoughts on that. I hope this review was helpful. And until next time, take care.